Thank you for watching. If this message brought you peace, please consider sowing your seed to support the channel via the QR code or the link in the description. May God bless you.
My child, come closer and listen to me. This moment matters more than you realize. I know the words they spoke over you. I know the labels they placed on your life. I heard them say it was impossible, unrealistic, foolish, never going to happen. I watched as those words tried to settle into your heart. And right now, I am calling your attention because this message is not by accident. You are here because I want you to remember what you survived, what you endured, and what you walked through when no one believed it could change. Do not scroll away. Do not treat this as just another voice. This is confirmation. This is a reminder of who carried you when your strength was gone. You are standing in a place you once cried about, a place you once whispered prayers for when you were tired, overlooked, and doubted. You did not arrive here by luck. You did not arrive here by accident. I brought you here, step by step, even when the path looked closed. I know how heavy those early days felt. I know how lonely it was to believe when others laughed, questioned you, or walked away. I spoke from what they could see, but I was working in places they could not touch. I was strengthening you when you felt weak. I was opening doors when all you saw were walls. I was teaching you endurance when quitting seemed easier. And now you are living proof that their limits were never mine. Pause for a moment and let this truth settle in you. What I did in your life was not small. It was intentional. It was personal. And it was powerful. If this message is already stirring something in your heart, I want you to respond. Like this video so others can hear what I am saying. Share it with 3 people who have been told no too many times. Leave a comment with what you overcame, because your story matters more than you know. Stay connected and subscribe, because what I am speaking to you now is only the beginning. I am not reminding you of this to lift you up with pride. I am reminding you so you never forget where your help came from. When they said it was impossible, you kept walking. When doubt surrounded you, you kept believing. When the outcome looked uncertain, you trusted me anyway. That faith moved you forward even when fear tried to pull you back. Listen carefully, my child. This moment is not just about what you proved to them. It is about what I prove it to you. You are stronger than you thought. You are more resilient than you believed. And what I placed inside you was never meant to fail. Stay with me, because what I am about to reveal next will give deeper meaning to everything you've been through. My child, I want you to know this before anything else. I saw you. Not just the version others noticed, but the hidden you, the quiet you, the tired you. I saw you when you smiled in public but cried when no one was around. I saw you when you questioned yourself, when you wondered if you were foolish for still believing, when you felt like giving up would hurt less than hoping again. You were never invisible to me. I know the confusion you carried. I know how often you replayed conversations in your mind, wondering if they were right about you. I know how heavy it felt to keep going without applause, without support, without reassurance. There were moments you felt behind, forgotten, or left out, and you asked me in silence if I was still with you. I heard those questions, even when you were afraid to speak them out loud. I watched you wait longer than you wanted to. I watched you push forward even when progress felt slow and uncertain. I saw the effort you made when no one thanked you. I saw the discipline you built when motivation disappeared. I saw the strength you borrowed from me when your own was gone. Every step you took mattered to me, even the ones that felt small and pointless to you. You were not weak for feeling tired. You were not faithless for having doubts. You were human, learning how to trust me in a world that kept telling you to quit. And in those moments when you felt the most alone, I was closer than you realized. I was shaping your heart, refining your character, and preparing you for what you could not yet see. I also know the weight of being misunderstood. Some people judged you without knowing your story. Others assumed your silence meant you had nothing to offer. They did not see the battles you were fighting privately. They did not see the courage it took for you to wake up and try again. But I saw all of it. Letting you endure was wasted in my hands. There were days you felt overlooked, as if everyone else was moving forward while you remained stuck. But even in those seasons, I was working deeply within you. I was teaching you patience. I was teaching you reliance on me, not on approval. I was building a foundation strong enough to carry what I was going to place on your life. My child, you were never forgotten. You were never late. You were never disqualified. I have been fully aware of every tear, every prayer, every silent decision to keep going. And I want you to hear this clearly now. I am proud of you. Not because of what you achieved, but because you trusted me when it was hard. You are seen. You are known. And you are chosen. Stay with me, because now that you understand I recognized every step of your journey, I am about to reveal why it had to unfold the way it did. My child, now listen carefully, because I want to reveal something that will change how you see everything you've been through. The truth is this: what they called impossible was never a statement about you. It was a reflection of their own limits. They spoke from fear, from experience, from what they had seen veiled before. But I do not operate within human ceilings. I am not restricted by history, statistics, or opinions. I placed something inside you that could not be measured by what others understood. Before anyone formed an opinion about your future, I had already written purpose over your life. Long before doubt found its way to you, I had already made provision for what you would need. Their words had power only if you agreed with them, but my word has authority whether you feel strong or not. You thought the struggle meant something was wrong. You assumed resistance meant you were off track. But the truth is, opposition often appears where purpose is present. What challenged you was not proof of failure. It was evidence that you were moving in the direction I called you to walk. If there were no weight, no pressure, no stretching, you would never grow into who I designed you to be. I want you to understand this clearly. Impossibility is a human concept, not a divine one. People calculate based on what they can control. I move based on what I have promised. When I speak, conditions must adjust. When I open a door, no voice of doubt can close it. And when I begin a work in you, no opinion has the power to cancel it. You learned to depend on me because nothing else was reliable. You learned patience because you could not rush what I was forming. You learned humility because success did not come easily. These lessons were not punishments. They were preparation. I was aligning your heart so that when the breakthrough came, it would not break you. You may have wondered why I allowed you to be doubted, why I let you be underestimated, why I did not defend you sooner. But I was teaching you to listen to my voice above all others. I was teaching you to move even when affirmation was absent. I was training you to trust me privately before I trusted you publicly. Here is the truth you must hold on to. I never asked you to prove them wrong. I invited you to trust me fully. What happened was not about proving critics wrong. It was about proving my faithfulness right. Your journey became a testimony because you chose obedience over approval and faith over comfort. Do not misinterpret what you have achieved. It was not because you were better than others. It was because you stayed when walking away would have been easier. It was because you believed when giving up felt logical. And most importantly, it was because I was with you every step of the way. Let this revelation settle deep in your heart. What I did through you was never impossible. It was always intentional. Stay with me, my child, because now that you understand the truth, I must also guide you in how to walk forward without losing your way. My child, what they called impossible is the very place where I choose to move through you. When you give here, you are sowing seed into souls who are still trapped in doubt, still waiting for light to break through their night. I am reminding you now of my living word. When you sow generously, I cause rivers to rise where others see dry ground, and your obedience becomes oil for many wounded hearts. I am the one inviting you now to turn this revelation into action, to let this message travel farther than your own reach. Do not delay what I am stirring, because this is a prophetic moment, not a casual one. When you support through Super Thanks, membership, or PayPal, the link waiting for you in the description, and shown as a QR code, I bless your seed to multiply beyond what you expect. Give now, and watch me use your obedience to prove again that nothing is impossible with me. My child, now that you have seen what I have done in your life, I need you to listen with a willing heart. This part is spoken in love, not to restrain you, but to protect you. What I brought you into can only be sustained if your heart stays aligned with me. The same journey that lifted you can become heavy if you forget who carried you through it. Be careful not to let victory change the way you listen. When doors begin to open and voices grow quieter, it is easy to believe you no longer need guidance. When results appear, it is tempting to trust your own strength. But hear me clearly. You did not arrive here by your wisdom alone. You did not overcome by effort alone. If you move forward relying only on yourself, you will feel strain where there was once grace. I am not warning you against confidence. I am warning you against pride that slowly replaces dependence on me. Pride is subtle. It does not announce itself loudly. It begins when gratitude fades, when prayer becomes rushed, when you start measuring yourself against others instead of listening for my direction. I do not want your heart hardened by success or distracted by comparison. Do not carry resentment toward those who doubted you. Bitterness will weigh you down faster than failure ever could. I allowed some voices to doubt you not so you could prove them wrong, but so you could learn to forgive them freely. Release the need for validation. You do not need to replay the past to justify your present. I have already vindicated you in the way that matters. Guard your heart against the desire to be seen more than you desire to be led. There will be opportunities ahead that look good but are not aligned. There will be paths that promise quick growth but demand compromise. Slow down enough to ask me before you move. Obedience will always protect you more than applause ever could. Do not rush what I am still shaping. You may feel pressure to keep proving yourself, to maintain momentum, to meet expectations. But I did not call you to perform. I called you to walk with me. If you begin to chase outcomes instead of presence, exhaustion will follow. Let me set the pace. Let me define success. Remember how fragile you felt in the beginning. Remember how much you leaned on me when you had no other options. That posture of humility is what keeps you steady now. Stay teachable. Stay grateful. Stay aware that without me, even the strongest confidence will eventually crack. This correction is not a sign of mistrust. It is proof of my care. I correct what I value. I guide what I intend to keep. I want your future to be deeper than your breakthrough, stronger than your results, and richer than recognition. Listen to me, my child. Stay close. Walk carefully. And trust that when you let me lead, you will not only move forward, you will remain whole as you do. My child, take a breath and let my words steady you. I know the journey has taken much from you. Even victories can leave you tired when they come after long seasons of pressure. That is why I am speaking strength into you now. Not borrowed strength, not temporary motivation, but the kind of strength that comes from knowing I am still with you, just as I was in the beginning. You are not standing where you are because you were strong enough on your own. You are here because you learned how to lean on me. When your energy ran low, I sustained you. When your confidence wavered, I upheld you. When you thought you had nothing left to give, I gave you what you needed for the day. That same support has not left you. I have not stepped back just because things look different now. I know there are moments you feel pressure to keep going at the same pace, to prove that what you achieved was real and lasting. But hear me gently. You do not have to carry this alone. You were never meant to. Strength does not mean pushing endlessly. Strength means knowing when to rest in me and when to move with me. You may still feel the echoes of old doubts, even after proving them wrong. That does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. Let me remind you that your worth was never tied to their opinions or even your outcomes. Your value has always been secure in my love. Nothing you face ahead will require more than what I am willing to supply. I am renewing you, even now. I am restoring what was drained. I am healing places you learned to ignore just to survive. You do not have to be hardened to be strong. You do not have to be distant to be protected. I am teaching you a deeper kind of strength, one that is calm, grounded, and rooted in trust. Remember this: the same grace that carried you through uncertainty will carry you through responsibility. The same voice that guided you through confusion will guide you through clarity. You are not behind. You are not unprepared. You are not alone. I am walking with you into what comes next. Let go of the fear that tells you this is as far as you can go. Let go of the thought that you must maintain everything by yourself. I am your source. When you feel weak, that is not the end. That is the place where I meet you most clearly. My child, you are stronger than you realize, not because you never struggled, but because you kept trusting me through it. And as you move forward, I want you to move with confidence, not pressure. With faith, not fear. With peace, not exhaustion. Stay close to me. Draw from me daily. I will continue to strengthen you, not just for what you do, but for who you are becoming. My child, now I want you to rest in what I am about to tell you. What I began in your life was not temporary, and it was not fragile. I did not bring you this far to leave you halfway. I am not surprised by the weight you carry now, and I am not intimidated by what lies ahead. I am the one who promised, and I always finish what I start. You may wonder if this moment was your peak, if what you experienced was the best it will ever be. Do not let that thought take root. What you see now is not the full picture. It is a sign. It is evidence. It is a reminder of what is possible when you walk with me. I am still unfolding your story, and there are chapters ahead that require even deeper trust. I promise you this: I will not rush you, and I will not delay you without purpose. My timing is not meant to frustrate you, but to protect you. There are things I am aligning that you cannot see yet. There are connections, opportunities, and lessons that must come together at the right moment. Trust that I am working even when progress feels quiet. You will not lose what I have given you by staying obedient. You will not miss what is meant for you by staying faithful. What is truly for you cannot be taken by another, delayed by doubt, or destroyed by criticism. I am guarding what concerns you, even when you are unaware of it. There will be new challenges, yes, Growth always brings responsibility, but I promise you will not face them without my presence. I will give you wisdom when decisions feel heavy. I will give you peace when pressure rises. I will give you clarity when the path seems uncertain. You do not need to fear the future, because I am already there. I also promise to steady your heart. Success can be loud, but I will teach you to stay anchored. Expectations can be demanding, but I will remind you who you are beyond what you produce. When the noise increases, my voice will remain constant. When others change, I will not. Hold on to this assurance, my child. You are not walking alone into what comes next. I am walking ahead of you, beside you, and within you. I am your source, your covering, and your strength. What you need will meet you when you need it. Do not rush ahead of me, and do not lag behind in fear. Stay in step with me. Obedience will keep you secure. Patience will keep you grounded. Trust will keep you at peace. I am faithful. I have been faithful, and I will continue to be faithful to you. Let that promise quiet your mind and settle your heart as you prepare for the next step. My child, now you stand at a quiet but powerful crossroads. This is not a moment of pressure, but of choice. Everything you have heard until now is inviting you to respond, not with noise, but with faith. I am not asking you to do something dramatic. I am asking you to decide who you will trust as you move forward. You can choose to live looking back, measuring your steps by what you escaped and what you prove. Or you can choose to live looking ahead, guided by my voice and anchored in my presence. One path keeps you tied to old battles. The other opens you to what I am still preparing. The decision is not about effort. It is about surrender. I am calling you to release the need to keep defending your story. You no longer have to explain yourself. You no longer have to justify your growth. You no longer have to prove that what I did in your life was real. Let your peace speak. Let your consistency speak. Let your obedience speak. Trust me to handle what you once tried to control. Choose gratitude over resentment. Gratitude keeps your heart soft and aware of me. Resentment pulls you back into places I already freed you from. You cannot carry both your future and your bitterness. Lay down what no longer belongs to you. I am not asking you to forget the past, but to stop letting it lead you. This is also the moment to choose faith again, even now. Faith did not end when the breakthrough came. Faith deepens here. Faith now looks like trusting me with responsibility, with visibility, with influence, with the unknown. You not shrink back because things feel bigger. I prepared you for this growth step by step. I am inviting you to speak with me honestly. Bring me your fears about maintaining what you've gained. Bring me your concerns about failing again. Bring me your questions about what comes next. Prayer is not a performance. It is a place of alignment. When you pray, you are not informing me. You are positioning yourself. Decide today to stay teachable. Decide to stay humble. Decide to stay close. These are not small decisions. They shape everything that follows. When you choose me daily, you will not drift, even when life moves quickly. I am also calling you to let your story serve others, not by boasting but by being available. There are people watching you quietly, drawing courage from your obedience. Do not hide what I healed. Do not minimize what I restored. Let your life point back to me naturally, without striving. This is your activation moment, my child. Not to rush ahead, but to step forward with intention. Choose trust. Choose obedience. Choose to walk with me, not just toward outcomes, but toward deeper relationship. When you choose me here, everything ahead will be met with clarity and peace. My child, now let everything you have heard settle gently into your heart. You have walked a long road, and today I am not calling you to strive, to prove, or to push. I am calling you to rest in the truth of who you are and whose you are. What they once called impossible no longer defines you. What I have done in your life speaks louder than every doubt that came before it. Look at how far you have come, not with pressure but with gratitude. You survived seasons you thought would break you. You grew in places that once felt empty. You learned to trust me when the way forward was unclear. And through it all, I never left you. I was steady when everything else felt uncertain. I was faithful when you were tired. I was present when you felt alone. And now I want you to carry peace into what comes next. Not the kind of peace that ignores challenges, but the kind that anchors you when challenges appear. You do not have to fear the future. You do not have to replay old conversations or relive old wounds. Those chapters shaped you, but they no longer control you. I am doing a new work in you, and it is built on trust, not trauma. Let go of the need to rush. Let go of the weight of expectation. Let go of the idea that you must always be strong. I am your strength. When you feel unsure, I will guide you. When you feel tired, I will restore you. When you feel overwhelmed, I will steady you. You are not walking alone into tomorrow. I am already there, preparing the way. Carry this assurance with you. You do not need to prove anything anymore. Your life is already a testimony. Your perseverance spoke. Your faith spoke. Your obedience spoke. Now let your peace speak. Let your consistency speak. Let your quiet trust speak. That is how others will know that I am with you. As you close this moment, I want you to breathe deeply and receive my peace. You are safe in my hands. You are guided by my wisdom. You are covered by my love. What I have started in you will continue to unfold, step by step, in ways that bring growth, purpose, and fulfillment. If this message has spoken to your heart, respond with faith. Like this video so others can receive this encouragement. Share it with 3 people who need to be reminded that impossible does not exist with me. Leave a comment sharing what you've overcome or what you're believing for next. Stay connected and subscribed, because I am not finished speaking into your life. Go forward now with confidence, not because everything is certain, but because I am with you. Walk in peace, my child. I am guiding you, I am strengthening you, and I am faithful to complete everything I have begun in you. My child, you have seen how I turn impossibility into testimony, and now I am calling you to help carry this fire to others. Every gift you release here becomes light for someone still walking in darkness, manna for someone who feels forgotten, and hope for someone who almost gave up. Hear my words spoken to you now. When you pour out, I open heaven over your life and cause your harvest to overtake you. I am speaking directly to you in this moment. This is your chance to respond in obedience, not later, but now. Supporting through Super Thanks, channel membership, or PayPal, link in the description and shown my QR code, is not a donation, it is a divine assignment. I bless every giver with peace, increase, and favor that follows them into every season. Act now, sow boldly, and partner with me in proving that what they called impossible is still happening today.